Hi guys, this is Tabiasobi, and today we will take a quick look at Ni No Kuni 2's new helpers, the Higgledies. Yep, I've been playing Ni No Kuni 2 early after getting a review copy from Bandai Namco, or Bamco, and I'm liking what I am seeing so far. And as someone who purposefully avoided checking out articles or videos about this game so I can experience it fresh, I actually found myself pleasantly surprised by this new mechanic involving the little critters. Granted, folks who like the old system involving familiars might be a bit leery of the role that Higgledies play. Based on what I've seen so far, at least early in the game however, it looks like the Higgledies have some pretty good synergy with the new, more action-based battle system. So in case you were like me and didn't know exactly what Higgledies are, they're basically these doodle-looking things that end up acting like a second set of AI partners in addition to your regular party members. They kind of remind me of ghost-looking jelly bean things. And just like their name, I assume some people will absolutely hate their looks or totally think they're adorable in a strange kind of way. You first run into them while helping out an old lady named Auntie Martha, who gets attacked by a wayward wyvern early in the game. "You're letting them kill Martha." "What's that mean? Why'd you say that name? Save Martha!" Actually, I'm apparently one of the few people who like Batman vs. Superman. Anyway, once you save Martha, she'll then notice that you have the ability to see Higgledies, and she'll gift you one of them as a token of her gratitude. You'll start out with Runcible the Righteous, a shy Higgledy who looks like some kid drew the Ghostbusters logo and added a red neckerchief for style. Runcible is actually a special type of Higgledy known as a Higgledy Hero. These special Higgledies have the ability to summon lesser Higgledies to the field to assist you either in battle or by triggering field effects. They also can use several unique skills, some automatically and others requiring your manual input by pressing a button when you see them congregate in the field and summon a special circle. Runcible, for example, can automatically use a skill called Scrap, which raises your attack power, as well as a skill called There, which restores your HP. When you see Runcible summon a circle with his friends and step on that circle while pressing, say, the X button on the PS4, Runcible and his posse will summon the Higgledy Boom, a large cannon that can inflict nice damage on enemies. Runcible also has a buff called the Sonic Tonic, which increases the chance of player characters to emit shockwaves when they are awakened. Later on, you'll get the chance to recruit more Higgledies into your party. Once you get to Cloudcoil Canyon, for example, you will acquire the Green Wind Element Higgledy, Whiff-Waff, who teaches you the Wind Whipper spell so you can use prop-leafed clovers to generate strong winds that can carry you to higher places that you normally can't access. In addition to progressing the story, this is a great way to nab several treasure chests that are hidden about. Whiff-Waff also has a shy nature and starts out with the same Scrap ability that Runcible has, but also possesses the Wimpy ability that lowers your enemy's attack. Press the X button when Whiff-Waff and his pals conjure a circle and you'll trigger his Higgledy Heal ability, which gradually restores the HP of any character in the circle for a certain amount of time. This makes it especially handy against tough mobs and bosses. Whiff-Waff's Gustbuster, meanwhile, makes players more resistant to wind attacks when awakened. Cloudcoil Canyon is also where I found my first Higgledy Stone, which is located right after a narrow wooden curved path next to one of the canyons. In case you haven't been diligent in picking up shinies on the ground, you can pick up the sparkling item right next to the stone and you'll acquire a Munchy Nut, which is the item required to unlock the stone. Munchy Nut. Doing so will let you acquire another green Higgledy, Filigree the Flighty, who has a cowardly nature and possesses the wind or air element as well. His first ability is Same, which can potentially summon more Higgledies when Filigree is hit with an attack that's the same as his element. Filigree also has the Hunker Burning Love ability, which increases an ally's physical defense. Yep, this video is going pun-tastic so far. Pressing the X button when Filigree summons his circle will trigger the Higgledy Fan, which creates a temporary energy field that boosts the resistance of allies to wind attacks. Filigree also has Hard Guard, which boosts an ally's defense. I also found my second Higgledy Stone at the Wyvern's Den, which is pretty hard to miss. This one requires creamy white stuff. At least that's the description I got, so I gave it one of these single creams that I got from a chest on the way to Wyvern's Den. It's that chest that's right before this rock passage that goes down toward the valley. Fresh milk also came up as one of the options to give, but I didn't get the chance to try it out. Anyway, this Higgledy stone unlocks Tove the Tenebrous, a dark element Higgledy with an outgoing personality. In addition to having the same Wimpy ability as Whiff-Waff, Tove also has the Tick-Tock ability, which automatically increases the number of Higgledies in battle. Tove has the Night Smiter ability, which makes you more resistant to dark attacks. When he summons a circle and you press the X button while standing on it, Tove will use his Higgledy Plunge, which turns up the power of gravity to the max and sends foes crashing down while inflicting damage. This ability actually makes boss fights, at least early in the game, really easy, and so it made the fight against the Wyvern boss, as well as the one for the King Trials, laughably easy, and those are over pretty quickly for me. In addition to finding Higgledies via Higgledy stones in dungeons, you can also brew them in a cauldron, but you'll need to progress further in the game first. The number of Higgledies you can have in your party is also dependent on how much Higgledy cost you can accommodate, and you start out with about a total of 10 points worth of capacity. Your first batch of Higgledies start out at level 1 and only require 1 Higgledy cost point. You can also level up your Higgledies, which will raise their parameters such as attack power or feistiness and defense or hardiness. Higgledies, however, require special conditions to level up, as their levels don't go up from grinding like your normal characters do. You also need to pay attention to your Higgledies' personalities. A shy Higgledy, such as Runcible for example, will need to be balanced out with a more aggressive Higgledy in the party. Mixing Higgledies who have traits in common also grants special bonuses. Anyway, those are the basics involving Higgledies for now. After I get deeper into the game, I might do a more advanced guide in the future. As always, feel free to leave any thoughts or questions in the comment section. Once again, this is Tabi Sobi, and thank you for watching.